Okay. Hi, this is Elmarie from Worcester, Western Cape, South Africa. As you may hear, my voice is a bit messy at the moment, and I've got a cold. So, what have I got to say? I'll just move in. I was away for 2 weeks, as I said before. We came back, we flew to Italy, and we came back on Thursday. And my husband and I were both too tired. I started making a video and then I thought, no, I'm just gonna leave it now. And then over the weekend, I started getting cold, which I have to assume I picked up on the airplane because it was a lot of people coughing and stuff, a lot of sick kids. Okay, so my usual videos, podcasts, I don't know what to call them, as I said before, is usually about yarn and knitting and yarn and spinning recently and sewing. Today I don't really know what to do except say hello and tell you a bit about our Italy trip. It's not a lot to show as far as finished objects are concerned, since I'll tell you about it now. Whooped. I started something and I think I'm going to rip it out. Got another pattern. Okay, so let's start at the very beginning. Very good place to start. We went, as I said, to Italy. And if I am again, I'm gonna go nuts. That's just my very much. I have a cold brain talking. We went to Italy. We boarded. Can't even remember the date. We got to Milan. We were supposed to pick up our. We had a 7 hour layover between Cape Town Airport and Milan at Doha. We were very, very tired by that time. I mean, 7 hour layover is very long. So we got off the plane, tried to go find a place to take a nap. Before we left, there was one of the girls at the agent said, "Oh no, there's a lounge. You can actually just go in there, take a shower," and that was very, very expensive when we got there. I don't know when the prices went up from the last time she was there, but it was very expensive, and we thought, no, that's not gonna work. But at the airport, they call it quiet places, but it's actually a place that you can suck a sort of a seat that you can take a sleep on, and they were completely full. There was no space in there. Eventually, I got so tired, I just went in there and slept on the floor for about an hour, and I tried to sleep. The last bit of our flight was about 5 hours, I think, and I tried to sleep on the plane, but sleeping on a plane isn't always easy. So you sleep, but you don't really sleep. We came to Milan, stopped there, and then we went and we got our car, which we booked, and they gave us the wrong car. This was a very interesting trip. And for those of you who already know most of it, I'm sorry, but I think I'm gonna actually go sit down and just I did start doing that. Jot down the details and write a book about it. Anyway, so we stopped at Milan, we got the car, but the car was the wrong car. There are no other cars for us available. We booked a Fiat 500L and we got a different one. My husband's very big, so he was like sitting like this in the car, and it's driving on the wrong side of the road, so that was already a bit of a mission. After that, we had to go find the place where we stayed. We know no Italy at all. That was a bit of a challenge as well. Eventually, we found it. We found it eventually. It took ages. Oh, the GPS didn't work. The GPS didn't work, and we had to follow our Google Maps thingy, and that's also a bit tricky to use if you don't know the roads, you don't know the name of the roads, and it's working on data instead of satellite. Eventually, we got to the place. We were so tired, we just went around the corner, bought a pizza, and went to bed. Slept. Next morning, we did walk around in Milan a bit. It's not on the city side, it's actually one of the suburbs of Milan that we were in, and it was very nice. I have to say, it was very nice. Then we drove to one of the rural areas near Firenze, and we stayed there for 3 nights. We did a train trip to Florence itself, to the city. That was also really nice. Not what we expected. I think it's a very commercial part of the country. All the smaller little towns surrounding the place where we stayed, what was the one's name? My husband just fell in love with it. The smaller towns are really nice. I love them. Montecassini, that's the one he absolutely loves. And they love these small towns. The cities are cities. That's what they are. So we went from there. We visited Siena in that same time, and then we went and we slept over at Assisi. The place where we slept over was literally about 2 kilometers, 3 kilometers away from the actual Assisi city, the ancient city. And that was interesting. I have to say, both Siena and Assisi really intrigued us. These are all really, really old cities. Some of the parts of the city was built in the 1200s, some of them 1500s, the old cathedrals and stuff. The art is very beautiful. On a spiritual level, it really saddens me. Saddens me that it feels as if, and as I said before, I am a born again spirit-filled Christian. So if you don't want to listen to it, what I'm going to say now, you're just going to have to skip over to the next bit. It saddens me. It feels as if every crucifix hanging is denying that Christ is alive, that he has risen. And that's all over Italy is the case. And that really saddens me. But other than that, it's beautiful art. It's beautiful art. It's amazing architecture. You can't believe those people did that with their hands. It's hand-built stuff. It's amazing work. And that really is mind-boggling. You look at these structures and you think somebody made these things by hand. So from Assisi, we made the interesting trip to Naples. Napoli. We were so excited about Napoli because Napoli was so well known for the cuisine. Actually, my husband was most excited about Napoli. It is such a dirty place. I live in South Africa. Honestly, Joburg on a Monday morning looks like crazy town. It's dirty, it's horrible, it's ugly, but there's always somebody. Maybe they are a bit late, but eventually, and they don't always do their work properly. I get all of that. But you know what? On a Monday morning, there are people cleaning up. So we just hang on. We just right. It's very, very dirty there. I've never. Sorry, that was my son. that just came out from work and came to say hi. I've never seen a place so dirty. I think I've seen photos of India, and I didn't expect Naples to be that dirty. And you drive in, it's just filthy. But there's almost an area where it starts at Latino, it's also almost a cutoff point from the north to the south, I guess. And the minute you go into Latino, it's dirty. It's just dirty. It's incredibly dirty. I don't know how to explain it. It's all dirt. It's like nobody cleans type of dirt. It's like old sweat, you know? It's like an old dirty t-shirt that somebody's been wearing for weeks on end without washing it. That's the same. The area that we booked in was supposed to be the better side of Naples. So we drove in there. My husband already said, I don't want to be here. I don't think we have to be here. And I told him, listen, we booked for 3 nights. That's like non-refundable anymore. We didn't know it was going to look like this, but it's non-refundable. We stopped in front of the bed and breakfast. We went in and he said to the lady, I don't think I'm going to stay here for 3 nights. This is not what I expected. This place is really dirty. I don't want to stay here. And she said to him, no, but you know, there's a lot of stuff to see, but I understand if you don't want to stay, but then you have to tell me now because I have to reverse the booking and I don't know what else. And I felt really bad, to be honest. It's young people, too young. It's a young girl and her fiance, and they've got this place. And I said to him, listen, we booked for 3 nights. Let's just keep to our bookings as far as possible. And then he said to her, no, but it's okay. But if by tomorrow I don't want to stay here, if it doesn't look anything better than it looks now by tomorrow, then I'm going to cancel. She said, no, that's fine. He said, okay. Oh, I forgot my passport. He went back to the car, got the passport, came back. Thank the Lord for that. Came back, did the booking, finished the booking, the paperwork, went out, and the car was gone. With all our luggage. All our luggage. Everything. Gone. Now here for me is the very, very sad part. For him, all the sad parts was he had no clean clothes. We literally had what we were wearing. And he hates dirty clothes. Look, I have an awesome husband. And I'm thankful that I don't have one who likes to stink. He hates smelling himself. So he does not wear a t-shirt twice in a row. Not a t-shirt. So let's not talk about underpants. He was completely freaked out. And so was I. But I thought, you know what, that's okay. They'll just phone the police and find the car. Turns out these guys are professionals. They broke the lock. They jump-started with the wires. Then they, about 3 minutes away from the place where they stole the car, they took out not the GPS, but the tracking device. Took that out. So the police couldn't find it. And we've never found our luggage. No. After that, it was a bit haywire because we had to go to the police in Naples who don't speak a word of English. The next day, we had to cancel our bookings, which was a bit of a schlep at that point. We only got 1 night's stay back. We had to take a train to Rome to try and sort things out with the car company, which we could not do. I still get angry if I still think about that. That just made me really upset. And we ended up having to take trains and buses, which means I had to do all my bookings over. I cancelled everything that I could that was still refundable. What was non-refundable was our loss, which was only 1. And that was also a bit weird because it was a quick it was one of those that I just had to very quickly do after the Naples thing, and somehow with the booking system, if it's not available for that particular day, they immediately shift it over to the next day, and if you don't notice that and you click yes, then it's toughies, and that was exactly what happened. So we lost that day. there's a lot of stuff in between that I can tell you that was really, it was strangely funny from time to time and other times really traumatic. And it's one of those things that it's in the middle of this chaos and then you just start laughing at each other because we're completely tired. We're absolutely out of it. We took the train from Rome to find the place that we were supposed to sail in. According to the details on booking.com, it's 2.4 kilometers away from the train station. So we thought, okay, we're not taking a taxi. That's too expensive. We'll just walk. 2.4 kilometers isn't that far. 9 kilometers further, 13,000 steps for that day on cobblestones with dirty clothes and both wearing pluckies. Our feet really got bummed there. But we eventually got to another place to stay. Oh, and that lady doesn't speak a word English. Please excuse my dogs. They're just going nuts here. And I'm running a sale, by the way, so I have to just watch. That's the truck picking up the. In Afrikaans we call it the vullislorry. So that was that. I kept on phoning this woman because I couldn't find the place, and she's 100% Italian, won't speak a word of English, and just puts the phone down in my ear. Eventually, we got another place that with a taxi driver. Well, that wasn't actually so expensive, but it was very far. He didn't overcharge us. It was just very far. And then after that, I got a nice place, which was redemption for us in Rome. And we had to go buy clothes. My husband, as I said, is very big, and Italians are very thin. Even when they are fat, they look small. And even when he's really thin, he's big. I mean, he weighs, when he's at his thinnest, he weighs 120 kilos. So that's really thin. Really big, I mean. Sorry, my dogs are distracting me. Just hold on a moment. Anywho, after that, there's a lot of stuff I can say. I mean, we went looking for clothes. Thankfully, on my side, I was able to sort of kind of wing it because it's going towards winter there and it's summer sales. So I was able to get a little bit of clothes, but we really got like a little bit of clothes just to get us through. And we ended up taking trains and buses, which was interesting, difficult at times because we don't understand the setup there. It's a good public transport system, but not understandable if you don't speak Italian, and that made it difficult. So we had a couple of interesting mistakes, but it ended up being fun. The last bit was actually fun. Although my husband at the end just said, I just want to go home now. I just want to go home. Please, I want to go home. I think we were both really tired. So we went to Cinque Terre. It's beautiful there. The Italian rural areas are stunning. So worth going to. Cinque Terre is also really amazing. Those little villages up there are really amazing. I mean, it's amazing to think people have been living there for ages. So, moving on. What really freaked me out was that all my knitted and crocheted scarves were in my luggage. So they're gone. The two liners scarves I knitted, no, the one was a liners and the other one was just a crescent shawl, were gone. And then the really large crocheted one that I often wear on my YouTube podcast, it's like a light blue and it's big, really is big. I made a hat for it as well, but I love that one. I often even wear it in summer just because it's cotton and it's light. They're gone. My yarn I had in my backpack to work with is gone. And so was my half knitted shawl that I started on. Gone. With the yarns I bought in Cape Town and some of my hand dyed yarns in there, and cotton, and my crochet needle and my new knitting needle. Gone. I came across two Italian yarn shops. The one I didn't stop at, but that was before we got robbed. And at the moment, right now, I'm so thankful I didn't stop there. Afterwards, when we were in, where was that? Just thinking for a minute. Wasn't Rome? Was it Rome? No, it was actually in one of the last places we stayed. When I can't remember. Anyway, they had a market there, and we went to the market. It was at, what was this place's name? Oh my word, sorry, blank. And they had a knitting shop there. It is called Charity, I think it's called. That's the shop name. They do sewing stuff, and then they have yarn. And I bought this and this reed. They were on sale for €3 something odd, €3.50. The brand is Italian, made in Italy, which is what I was looking for, and I can't find the label. Can't find the inside of, oh, here it is. Haha. Okay, Autocopy. I don't know how to spell that. Lana Gatto. So this is 100% wool. It's 50 grams, 170 meters, which is nice. And it's basically a sock weight, I think, because the recommended needle size was 3.5, I think. Yeah, 3 to 3.5 needle size. So it's sock weight. So I bought these 2 balls of yarn. I started doing a liner shawl again, and I sort of ran out of mojo for that. When I got home, I still have this like grey, very light, warm grey of Karumoon left that I'm not selling, that I couldn't sell so far. And I took that, and I thought I would combine these 3 like so. Which I started doing. Just before I got these as well. These are the only proper needles that they had. They had pony as well, but I don't like pony at all, which is the cheaper one. This, as you can see, if anybody knows them, it's Knit Pro. It's an interchangeable needle. So it can screw loose, yeah, at the bottom. Anybody who's never worked with an interchangeable needle, you just screw that into there, and you can buy different lengths of cable for these, and you buy them in sets as well, like this. To be very honest, they're okay. I love my eddies. I think once I can start, sorry, brain tired, cold. Once I can buy interchangeable eddies, I'll probably stick to them. The previous ones I had in my bag was a Knit Pro bamboo, because I couldn't get Addy bamboo in circular needles, short needles. And somehow I actually like the bamboo more than these. They're not bad, don't get me wrong, they're good needles. I just like the Addy metal ones more, much more. The Addy ones that I buy are lace tips. I'll look it up again and tell you. So the points are very fine. For me, that's easier to work with, I guess. I don't know. As I said, they're not bad. They're not bad. I don't think they're bad. I think they're actually really good. Compared to Owl or Pony, or they're excellent. I just like my 80s more. That's just a personal preference. It really is just a personal preference. Anyway, so I casted on this one. Oh, just hang on a moment. Let me just go get that book. Yeah. I started casting this pattern on. No, not that one. This one. You see? It's like a very lacy vest type of thing. My aunt gave me this book. See, that's what it looks like in the back. After sort of losing all my interest in the liner shawl, I think it's just trauma. I started casting on that, and this is how far I am with it. I have to say I'm kind of, I don't know, it's 2 panels. And it really consists just of knits and pulls and yarn overs and that sort of thing. But I'm kind of bored with it already. So I'm thinking of switching over to a Rhino shawl, I think that's what it's called. Or anyway, I'll go look for the link and put it down below. It's a free Ravelry pattern and it's just a shawl. And since I've lost all 3 my shawls, and that's also more of a lacy pattern, that should be okay for summer. Well, not summer really now, still while it's cooler, and then again for spring, and then I might just switch over and make a cotton one for summer. Yeah, I'll see how that goes. I'm a bit at the moment, so please forgive me for looking but hopefully by next week, if I have my next podcast going, I'll have a bag or 2 to show. I got 2 nice books from my aunt about that too. 2 nice bag books, which is not necessarily going to mean I'm going to make those bags, but it's inspiration. And I've got yarn to dye, which I will also be doing this week. Somewhere during this week, I'll be dyeing yarn. And then by Monday, hopefully I will have dyed skeins of yarn, FO to show, and a bag or 2, if all goes well. And I will be feeling better by tomorrow, not have sniffles anymore, and be in a better mood. How's that for an idea? Cool. I'll see you then again on next Monday. I have, by the way, also decided to just keep the videos for once a week. It's getting a bit hectic to do it 3 times a week. Then I don't get to do the other stuff that I need to do. If anybody is still wants an Afrikaans crochet lesson, please let me know, because then I'll put it up on a Wednesday. If there's anything that you specifically want to know in Afrikaans, tell me, let me know, send me a message, whatever. on my Facebook page, which is listed below. Just go send me a message, and I'll make a plan to get it up for you. I've got the basics there, and I'm not crocheting so much at the moment. So yeah, let me know if you need anything, and I'll teach you that it's there. If there are any specific yarn colors that you want me to dye, just let me know that too. I've got a whole bag. I know, not a whole bag full. I wish it was a whole bag full. That, of course, is my idea. We've got traveling insurance. Instead of buying some more shawls or whatever, I'll probably go buy yarn to dye, if all else fails. No, if I get my way. Let's not say if all else fails. Anyway, it's getting over my time, far over my time. I'm like 2 minutes over my time. So I'll see you guys on next Monday. Okay, bye.